Time is the only thing that is available in equality to an ordinary man, to a great man, and to an ordinary person who wishes to become great. Everybody has the same 24 hours in their entire day, but the way you spend your time is what separates you from being an ordinary person to being an extraordinary person. The truth is, even though we have heard quotes like time is money or time is the most valuable thing a man can spend, we don't really value our time because we don't have to pay dollars to God for living on this planet directly, right? Imagine if we have to pay dollars, then we really won't be wasting a lot of our time procrastinating or playing video games, watching web series, gossiping about others, even worrying about our lives, or checking email every 5 minutes, watching bad videos and movies, scrolling through social media on every notification that comes on our mobile phone. These are all the activities, some of which or most of which we all do in our respective days and waste our time. In fact, we feel that we are very occupied in our day and we are spending our time very wisely, and we even say to others that we don't have time for you. But if we really think of our entire day, our day is filled with a lot of unproductive activities like this. Now you'll have a very valid argument against me that I need downtime for relaxation of my mind. And I would say it's definitely important to have a mix of effort and relaxation. But to what extent, my dear friend, is what you need to determine for yourself. You know, as per research, 4 hours of downtime is advisable in the day. That could mean playing games or talking with friends, watching movies, having dinner time with family, having time with your kids. You could do all that in 4 hours of your daily window. But more than that, if you spend on your downtime, research says that you could detract from your sense of purpose to be mentally healthy. You may have a question again now that I don't spend more than 4 hours of my day on any unproductive activity. Well, I also had the same belief until I really wrote down the tasks that I engaged in an entire day. I found out that I was engaged in watching web series, I was checking my emails more often than not, I was scrolling on Facebook almost every hour for 5 minutes, and I was watching YouTube videos, which all accounted for beyond 6 hours of my time. I really had unaccounted hours also. So write down your daily activities starting from morning to night, even the time spent in washroom. It will really be a fun exercise. Highlight the time taken against the activity, mark down the unproductive activities you did, and you'll realize that your bar of unproductive activities may also go beyond 4 hours like myself. In fact, you'll observe that if you're spending a lot of time on purposeless activities, on activities you feel are really unproductive, you'll experience a state of indolence and laziness where you may often say that you're feeling bored, which not only destroys your daily routine, but it makes us weak mentally and physically both. Hence, my dear friend, in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 super effective time management tips that will help you to achieve a perfect blend of productivity, happiness, and time affluence. The very first thing to manage time effectively is to have the awareness of where and on which task you are spending your time on, and whether the activities you are spending your time on is worth it or not. For this, I would advise you to chart out your whole day just for one time against the task you do and the time you spend on it on a daily basis. So you can divide all of your tasks of the day into the necessary tasks, unproductive tasks, and productive tasks, and against all of them highlight how much time you take doing that activity. You can do it on your notebook. So your necessary task could be you taking sleep for 8 hours, going to the washroom, bathing for 1 hour per day roughly, or having food with your family for 1.5 hours. Your productive task could be the work hours that you really spend working, not the complete shift hours, mind it, because I and you both know that in a shift of 8 hours, we don't really work for 8 hours. In fact, as per research, an average worker is productive only for 2 hours 53 minutes. So to be honest, how much you really work, put in that, because you'll be able to figure out the reality of your time spent. Like for me, on work activity that combines my office work along with my personal work where I record videos, do face reading, write for videos, it takes in total for both of the work for 6 hours. It doesn't take more than that 6 hours. So be deadly honest in that. You can also add 1 hour of exercise to your productive tasks if you do, because that keeps your body healthy. Your unproductive task could be gossiping, checking social media every 5 minutes, worrying a lot, maybe watching videos, web series, or anything which you feel you do in your day. Do this activity, fill in all the activities of your entire day. Highlight the time taken against it. And then once you are done with it, focus on all the unproductive activities and see if you really can remove one or more of such activities from your routine. See how that unproductive activity is contributing negatively to your personality. Realize what impact it is having on you. Once you chart out this, you'll realize and you'll be aware of where you are spending your extra time on. The second very important time management tip is setting goals for a month and dividing your goals into steps or tasks that you need to do to accomplish your goals. For example, my goal, as you would have heard earlier also, is to make 9 videos this month, and that goal of mine is divided into the 9 scripts that I have to write. Then I have to film those 9 videos, and then I have to edit those 9 videos and publish them. So each of those tasks requires a specific amount of time each day for a month to be invested so that I can have 9 videos by the end of this month. Irrespective of whatever I do, watch movies, play video games, watch YouTube, or spend my entire day doing nothing, having these tasks as needed to be done get me to stay on my goal and be productive. It's like they are obligations for me. They are my duty now, once I have them on my vision board or on my sticky notes. So set goals and divide your goals into tasks that you need to do every day. They will help you be more productive and will help you manage your time efficiently. You can definitely watch one of my videos on goal setting, which will help you realize the secret to setting goals that you can really achieve. It really works wonder if you learn the art of goal setting. I'll make sure to attach the link of that video in the description. But for now, let's learn the third tip. The third tip to manage time effectively is to have deadlines for the goal you set for yourself. Deadlines have this magic where you know that by this point in time you have to finish a certain task, and you'll end up doing it by then most of the time. If you don't keep a deadline, then your task may never finish, or it may also happen that it does not start at the first place. During my MBA days when we have to submit a project, we always happen to submit the project on the last day, irrespective of how tough or easy it was. We often submit our income tax returns on the last day. We pay our bills on the last due date. It is all because of the deadline. Deadline has its magic. So make sure to set your goals and give yourself a deadline to accomplish them. Make your deadline where it is tough for you to do, but you also feel like it's achievable. So for me, as I told you, I have a goal of 9 videos. It is to finish it by the end of 31st of July 2022. So it is a tough deadline, but I know I can achieve it in July. So give yourself a deadline for tasks that you do, especially for the productive ones that you have chosen for yourself. The fourth very important tip to manage your time productively is to not limit yourself to only one source of income. This means that if your current income is good to give you a good life and a good car, you can go to a lazy, indolent state where you may end up spending time unproductively on a lot of activities. So engage yourself consciously, maybe just for an hour, to start something new for yourself. If you have time, just contribute 1 hour of yours to developing something new or creating something new that you feel will help others. Maybe you have had a hobby in your past that you wanted to explore and grow, which could be music, dancing, blogging, or even shooting a video for your YouTube channel. I also started this way, where I started giving face reading, making classes along with my full-time job. The best part is you feel highly engaged and highly productive when you're involved in a lot of activities. It feels like you're impacting lives. So consider it. And my dear friend, I know you are meant for more. You are meant to be great. So take out 1 extra hour of yours and develop something new. Explore something new within you for yourself. The more engaged you are, the more productive you'll become and the more happy you'll become. So block out distractions. Avoid hanging out with toxic people for a long period. Instead, cultivate a habit of productivity and positivity and create something new. Who knows, you may inspire somebody on your journey to love you and to be like you. The fifth very important time management tip is to do just one thing wholeheartedly. You know, we adore multitaskers, but our brain is wired to work on one task at one point in time. The more we multitask, the more our focus gets shifted and we end up not doing anything in a proper way. So the next time you're cooking, don't call your friend simultaneously while cooking. It ends up wasting extra hours of yours into cooking as well. You may end up doing errors also by overcooking it, so avoid multitasking and do just one activity at one point in time. It will really help you manage your time wisely, and it will also enhance your focus. Apply these 5 super effective time management tips and see how it changes your life. There are of course more tips, and I want you to share them in the comment section. And as Arthur says, ordinary people think merely of spending time. Great people think of using it. So let's use our time more efficiently and effectively and make it the most valuable asset of our life. I hope now you liked the video, and if you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends whom you feel need to understand the importance of their time. And if you want us to meet again and again, consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell so that you remain updated with my upcoming videos. I'll say goodbye to you now. I wish you a great and lovely day ahead. Many thanks for watching this, and I'll see you and catch you in the next video. Thank you so much.